Welcome, everybody. We're excited to have you with us for our Balanced Life, Happy Life this evening. We do get together each Tuesday to give people an opportunity to learn about a company known as Nikken. I am the director of sales and training for that company, and we have two fantastic presenters with us tonight who are going to help us to connect with the philosophy, the community, the products, and the business opportunity that this company does have. Madeline Zaworski and Sue Gruber are both experts at helping people connect with the idea of creating more health and wellness in their life. And they've done it in other fields, but also now with Nikken as wellness consultants for many years. So we're going to invite to the stage to present this evening a presentation called A Better Way. Madeline and Sue, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Jeff. We're both very honored to be here and to do this for you tonight. So I am going to share my screen and make sure it's all set up right so everybody can hear everything. Okay. So this is a better way. And I've been with Nikken for this is the end of my 19th year. Our 20th anniversary is coming up. And Nikken was a life changer. It was something my husband and I both needed. And when we were introduced to this company, we loved everything about it. And I will kind of talk about different things as we go through the presentation. So we are known as the Humans Being More Company because one of our missions, one of our goals is to help every human being on the planet be the best they can be. And this woman kind of says it all, if you ask me. She's singing her heart out. You can tell that it is bringing her hope, joy, and happiness. And it is just coming out of every pore of her body when I see this picture. So I think it sort of says it all. But this is probably a picture of the way many of us feel at least some of the time. And it is the problems that stress in our lives, the effect that it has on our quality of life day in and day out. There's many reasons for stress. We all have to learn to live with it. Not all stress is bad, but too much stress can leave us very unsettled and very out of sorts. And financial worries is probably the number one stress for most people, but there's health concerns. For me, my time was not my own. I felt so out of control with the time in my life. I was always being told what, where, when, and how. And I just didn't like that at all. Family responsibilities, most of us are being pulled in many different directions. So Nikken kind of has a solution for us, and it's called their balance wheel, finding balance in your life. And we have it separated into 5 pillars of wellness. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, society, and then healthy finances. And when you can find balance in all of these pillars, you will truly have quality of life and the type of life that you want to have, and very minimal stress. So as we're going through this presentation, please kind of keep these 5 pillars in mind and see if you can decide which 2 pillars you are most out of balance with and would like to maybe start working on right now. So I think this is my favorite slide. It is the compounding effect, and this is truly what happened in my life 20 years ago. And it's all about daily choices and how these choices affect the quality of our lives. And small choices done consistently over time will make a radical difference. Now, the choices we make will also determine whether we have a trajectory that is moving into a better position, more happiness, more joy, or maybe not so good of a position. And actually, this lower picture is the way Bob and I felt 20 years ago. You know, things were not going right. Our biggest challenge was our health. And there were days we felt like we were circling the drain. But when we were introduced to Nikken, we learned that by making better choices, we could improve the way we felt and the quality of our life. So this slide to me is also very important, and it's really a very sobering comparison. We're comparing North America to a nation that is very healthy. As a matter of fact, they're number one in the world. Our health index rating is 68th in the world. Now, Canada does a better job. They're at 34 in the world, but that's still, it leaves room for improvement. Our longevity is expected to be about 76 and a half years. We spend an enormous amount of money per person on healthcare, almost $13,000. And obesity is one of our number one health issues, contributing to all the chronic diseases and the chronic problems that we face today. 34% of our male population and 27.5% of our female population have problems with obesity. And this is following the North American sick care system, where we manage chronic disease, we don't cure or prevent. So let's look at Japan. Japan is the number one healthiest country in the world. They are expected to live almost 10 years longer than we are. They spend 1/3 the amount of money on their health care per person than we do. And yet they are the healthiest country in the world. What can I say? Their obesity rate is 1/10 of what we are here in the United States. And they follow a self-care system. They believe in prevention, in maintaining good health, and preventing it from happening. And obviously, this is a system that works a lot better. So healthcare or health risk factors that affect us are what we call body burden. And all these different areas feed into our body burden. Stress is the number one. Stress affects every aspect of our life. It affects every body system. It affects your sleep. Sleep is the number one thing to help keep us healthy. Our body mends and repairs during sleep, and yet one poor night of sleep will reduce the functioning of your immune system by 60%. So again, that's part of the reason why we have so much chronic disease. Our air quality leaves something to be desired. Now, I believe over the last few decades, we've improved our air quality, but that's outside of the home. And yet we spend 90% of our time inside the home, which the air quality of our home has not been improving with modern living. We all know the fact that our water quality leaves something to be desired. So most of us have turned to bottled water, yet that is really not a better choice. There's still lots of problems with bottled water. Besides plastic pollution of our bodies, it's polluting our planet. Malnutrition, it's so hard for me to believe that a country like ours has trouble with malnutrition, but yet it's our farming practices, our food sources. Our foods are not nutrient dense. We live a hurried life and we're always trying to save time. So we don't eat properly as we rush through our day. And then of course there's the electronic smog. We can't get away from our cell phones, our TVs, our electricity, our Wi-Fi. We need all these things for modern living, but yet it's really a very negative energy that is bathing us no matter where we are. So what is the answer? What we learned 20 years ago was that taking personal responsibility for our self-care was what we were missing. We followed our doctor's orders, we did everything they told us to do, and yet we had all kinds of problems. And we just felt like we were chasing these problems. We were not getting better. So we learned to be healthy by choice, not by chance. And we chose active wellness. We chose to become aware of and make better choices to have a healthier life. And it was definitely a process. So in 1975, Nikken came into existence. Our founder, Isamu Masudo, was a Japanese gentleman who had a son with health challenges, and he had a financial challenge. He was worried that he could not give his son the care that he needed. So, in Japan, they're very connected to nature. They believe in all the energies that nature can give us, and they believe that we respond to those energies, which is absolutely the truth. So he came up with this idea to connect people to nature and to help them improve their health naturally.
Do you ever have days where everything in your life feels in balance? When your mind is clear and your body feels in tune with nature? When everyone in your family is healthy and happy? When you belong to and support a warm, loving community? When you have a stable income and no debt? Mind, body, family, society, finances. Nikken calls these 5 areas of our lives the 5 pillars of wellness. We help you cultivate balance in all 5 areas of life with the tools that build your wellness home. Because to breathe is to live. We focus on clean air. Because water is life. We focus on pure water. Because healthy food nourishes strong bodies. We focus on nutrient-dense organic ingredients. Because everyone needs restful sleep and energy to feel joyful. We focus on rest, relaxation, and magnetic support. And to keep you as youthful looking as you feel, we focus on naturally sourced marine organic skincare. Our vision is to share the 5 pillars of wellness with everyone. And we want to spread the word throughout the world. Because once you achieve a balanced lifestyle, wouldn't you want to help everyone you know to achieve the same wonderful life of active wellness? That's what we offer everyone who is part of our global wellness community. Join Nikken to build your wellness home and live a life in balance. Discover it, live it, share it.
So in order for us to have all those wonderful things and to get connected to nature, Nikken has created our wellness home. And actually, the wellness home is my favorite product. And this is a picture that just kind of gives you the feeling of bringing nature into your home. And Nikken does this through science and technology. And we use a process called biomimicry, where we focus on putting nature's lessons or the things that we can learn from nature into practice.
In a world constantly evolving, we've found inspiration in nature's timeless solutions, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered, readily available outside our doors. This is biomimicry, the art of learning from and emulating nature's brilliance, solving our problems and creating sustainable solutions. Nature is our guide, offering forms more efficient than we ever imagined, processes ahead of cutting-edge technologies and systems refined over billions of years. The human body is a highly sophisticated biological system that has evolved to be efficient, adaptive, and resilient. Incorporating principles of biomimicry for human body functions not only leverages the efficiency and adaptability of natural systems, but also aligns with the broader goals of sustainability and environmental harmony. In a natural environment, the spring water is filtered, purified, and filled with minerals that are essential for maintaining optimal functions in our body. The emulation of these natural compositions generates an exceptional source of the ideal water that every cell in our body needs for smart hydration. The Earth's magnetic field influences organisms in many ways: navigation, finding their way, or even for communication. By using magnetic and massage stimulation, we are seeking to influence the body's natural responses to restore balance and support in our increasing stressful world. Air abundant in negative ions can be experienced as a fresh air feeling, such as the revitalizing air near waterfalls and forests. Ionization technologies enhance indoor air quality and overall wellness, bringing pure air to our home. Ceramic reflective fibers work like the sun's spectrum, bringing this comforting technology to our homes. Using energy from our bodies and the environment, these fibers gently reflect a soothing warmth, promoting a sense of well-being for less stress, restful sleep, and vital energy. Our overall approach aims to bring balance in the 5 pillars of wellness by bringing nature into your home. Together, we can make a better world where we not only survive, but thrive. And you? How do you connect with nature?
So Nikken has designed all their biomimicry products into the wellness home, which gives us a greenhouse for humans. And what it provides us is air, water, sleep, nutrition, and energy as nature intended. And we were designed to respond to nature's energies. So the wellness home is protecting and nourishing your body inside and out. Nikken has put their products into 5 different categories, and they fall into one of the 5 vital elements for life. You cannot live without any of them. We must have air, water, sleep, nutrition, and energy, and that's exactly what Nikken provides for us in its cleanest, purest form to help us find that balance that we need in our sometimes way too stressful life. So, active wellness is the way to go. And we have Michelle Walchek here with us. And Michelle's going to give us her story from kind of start to finish on her Nikken journey.
Thank you, Sue, and thank you for inviting me. Nikken definitely is a passion that I didn't even know I was looking for. When Nikken found me, I was in pretty rough shape, and the products, actually a little necklace like this, helped to give me back my well-being. And it led us to looking into the wellness home and what else it had to offer. So we moved into the water at that point. It was brand new with Nikken. And then we looked into the sleep. Was a profound difference for my husband. And we couldn't turn our back on it because it was helping my family so well that my husband actually said, we need to look at this for an opportunity. And I'll be perfectly honest, my hands were up like this. I'm not interested. I've got too much on the go. I don't even want to talk about it. And he kind of pushed me and nudged me, and he said, let's go to an event. We went, we listened to the presentation, we walked out, and he says, we're joining. And we did, and haven't looked back. The opportunity has given me a quality of life that when I first was introduced, I could only imagine and dream of. And it gave me the freedom to have all I desired. It gave me the freedom to live my life on my terms, to have the time that I wanted, when I wanted, to spend with my family, to have the money to be able to do that, and to make those choices that were best for me. I didn't have someone, like you said, Sue, hovering over and controlling my life and telling me, no, you can't go to the washroom right now. You have to wait till you go on break, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think we all know the corporate world. So yeah, highly, highly, highly recommend it. If you had your hands up, please take another look because you will be pleasantly surprised.
Thank you, Michelle. That was wonderful. And you're absolutely correct. One product at a time, and you'll just keep wanting to try more and more. And eventually the business makes sense. So thank you very much. So we're going to hopefully I can get back to the PowerPoint here. Oh, yay, it worked. Okay. I was worried about finding my place again. Okay. So how do you connect to nature? Nikken provides us many ways. First of all, the website, it puts the products into all the categories for you to choose from. Pretty easy to tell: hydration, air, sleep, nutrition, nourished skin. Our skincare is so important. Your skin is your largest organ. I counted the other morning when I took my shower yesterday morning, I had 10 products that I use just to get ready for my day. So it's a good thing I have all these nice, clean products so I'm not contaminating myself with my skincare routine. So Nikken has a solution for whatever you're looking for. And they also help us to save money. They put the packs together the products into packs, which the packs will save you 10% if you decide to buy a pack. And we call it the good, better, best. The water pack, all the water products, the magnetics and the infrared products, and then of course our sleep products. You can buy them all together. You can buy them one at a time, or you can buy one product at a time. Just get started however it best suits you. And then Nikken provides us with different ways to connect to the company. We got started as a customer. We were seeking wellness. We were the wellness seeker. So we became customers. We just were trying products. That's all we wanted to do. But after a while, people start to notice that you're different. You look better. You have more energy. You smile more. People notice. And maybe at that point, you want to upgrade to become a consultant. That way you can share the products. You can recommend them. All the people that you love and care about. When you start explaining to them what happened to you, they're going to want to give it a try. And after earning just a little bit of money by sharing some products, you may decide, hey, this is a way to add income to our family budget and become a community builder. All these options are there for you. So this next section is why build a wellness business. And Madeline Zaworski, who's been with Nikken for 27 years and is a wonderful leader, as she is going to share some of her insights with you on building your wellness business.
Thank you, Sue. So as you can see here, we're looking for new wellness entrepreneurs to join our team. And why are we looking for them? So there's some slides, a little bit more about the business. This is called the cash flow quadrant. It's from a book by Robert Kiyosaki called the cash flow quadrant. There's four sections here. So if you look at the left side of the quadrant, why is finances the problem that it is? In the world, 95% of the population controls 5% of the wealth. And on the other hand, 95% of the wealth on the right side is controlled by 5% of the population. And so with the network marketing model that Nikken has, there's an opportunity to move from the left side to the right side of the cash flow quadrant, where you have the opportunity to create multiple streams of income, multiple sources of income, where you're really you're using scalability and leveraging your time and by teaching and mentoring others. So the next slide clarifies a little bit the Nikken model more so. So the retail model Sue just shared those options that are there. Sue happens to be in the top 5 all the time in North America in retailing. She's really mastered that. So she has a great income on the profit from the thousands of customers that she has. And she also has some other people on her team that are doing the same. And she's looking for more to join the business because of what you'll see on the next slide. On the right-hand side here, the network marketing model that Nikken has can pay up to 6 levels, 6 generations deep, 6% of commissionable volume, depending upon what level you are. And you'll see that where you have the opportunity to grow and serve a larger community of people, help to expand the current markets. So on this model here, if you look at the little circle there that Sue's pointing out, if you in the middle, this is based upon $100 of commissionable volume. So if Sue has 3 people on her team and they each have $100 of commissionable volume and 5 customers, and she works to teach and mentor those 3 to duplicate what they've done. So if you look at the duplication process, which comes up next, 3 consultants times 3 becomes 9 times 3 is 27. And at the 6th level, and just this theoretical model alone, you would have almost 800 people. If you multiply that times the $100 that they're each doing, and you look at the 5 customers that they each have, that exponential effect is over 3,600. So it's not that everybody has to do a lot. It's teaching a simple model of enjoying the wide variety of products that you just saw presented. The most important part here is your influence, your impact, and your income can be greater. And if you don't need the income for yourself, there's a lot of homeless and a lot of needs in our world today where you can donate for others. Donate to others. So people, planet, and profit are overlapping circles. Now, if that was a little too complex from a numbers perspective, here's a nature's perspective. So we can count how many seeds there are in an apple, but when some of those seeds drop, you don't know how many trees are going to result and in an orchard that will result. And so this is a nice visual using apples and nature of the concept of duplication that you can from just sharing with a few people that share with a few other people. So leveraging and scalability since COVID has gone to outer space. Elon Musk would say to Mars, I guess. So Amazon, as we well know, leverages that handheld phone. Uber does leveraging. However, if they want to be with their child's game or whatever, they can take time off and not pick somebody up. But they have a limited amount of time. They're really still an employee. Nikken has the best of both. We're able to leverage and compound the use of our smartphone and our laptop internationally, everywhere that we are, and also be with people and share personally. And being able to mentor and help others to grow with the humans being more philosophy that you saw in the first part. Now, I happen to be going. I see Barb Satterwhite's on here tonight, Mary Bowser. So Barb has a cottage in North Carolina, and I'm going to be there. And Barb is one of the top retailers, just like Sue is, just by having conversations with people. So we're going to follow her around and go to some of the places at Nag's Head so I can write off the trip for going there, be with my colleagues. We're all in a collaborative entrepreneurship relationship. We're all from different business teams and we help one another. Now, how great is that? It's just absolutely, I wouldn't have known any of these amazing people had I not made the decision to join Nikken. So what do we do? Again, let's look at nature, those little seeds that are planted at the bottom there. And sometimes we plant seeds and we talk to people. Michelle just introduced someone who came back in after being in Nikken before. And sometimes people aren't ready. Sometimes we fuss over them too much that we try to pull these little plant seeds up and then we chase them away. And sometimes they're just waiting to be contacted. So we join Nikken, as you heard. We share stories. It's all about storytelling, do product demonstrations, and leverage the internet. However, we share, invite more people. And the wonderful part about Nikken is they do all the research and development. They do the shipping. I just had 2 boxes arrive today. And I'm approaching, starting my 28th year, always had the direct deposit on time, new products whenever they come out, wonderful incentive trips, a lot of many wonderful fringe benefits for sharing from our hearts. I already mentioned the collaborative entrepreneurship. That's what I love. I came out of the sick care system and of competition and the three big systems in the greater Cleveland area that are organizing and running healthcare now. And I love this. It's a low cost of entry. We have the opportunity to work cross line, which means working collaboratively with one another. We have a leadership development program like we do here. Sue and Barb are team ambassadors. They're going to be enjoying a trip in San Francisco, which will include mentoring as well as celebration. So the rewards potential is great. And it is a turnkey entrepreneurship system. You don't have to research and develop your own products and technologies that you want to share with others. Oftentimes I've heard, is this not a pyramid? And of course, people say a pyramid scheme. We do have an advancement ladder, but it's pay for performance. We have diamonds that are under a gold. I happen to be a platinum, and my sponsor is a silver. So it's the reverse of the hierarchy, and it's based upon what a person wants, as we heard here. What kind of a business do you want? How much do you want to share? And in the upper left-hand corner, the leverage here, it's easy as an ABC. Tonight is an ABC. Where Sue and I and Michelle are considered the A, we're the presenters. The B is the person who invited someone new, and that person is being quiet and observing, and we'll have time to chat with the new person, the C, and then find out what did they learn. And so it's called a discovery process. We have many events like this that are live, and you can also listen to the recordings if it doesn't fit with your time. So it's as easy as ABC, and it's as simple as teach three to reach three. So it's really about duplication and leveraging and compounding. The lower right-hand corner, the humans being more training. Over the years, the courses were, and Jeff was Jeff still is, the Humans Being More professor. It was 2 days long. We have a very special retreat in Atlanta, Georgia, which is even longer and all homemade cooking. We're doing some online now, but I was just looking through a lot of my old pictures, and I must have 20 life cycle charts. The people that I know, the hugs, the humans being more live is experienced by attending Humans Being More. And we have one coming up again. Jeff will probably mention the exact time at the end here. So this little model, again, is down here at the bottom. So keep it simple and duplicate that. We're looking for a global wellness community of new entrepreneurs. And you can see there's only one with gray hair there. And so we're looking for diversity, and we're looking for the younger generations. And you'll see why in the next slide. A huge opportunity. Think about your children and your grandchildren. So Nikken just celebrated 35 years in North America last year. And now we're 50 years this year. We're going to have our Golden Jubilee in Nashville, Tennessee. From 1989 to last year, in 35 years, we did $4 billion worth of business, 2 million customers and or distributors, but that was only 1.25% market share of all of North America, Canada, and the US. So now with the leveraging and compounding that you've seen, and look at the statistics here, it was done by the boomers. I'm at the upper end of the boomers. Mike DiMuccio's at the lower end. 87% of the boomers did that amount of business. But we attracting those that are much more proficient than we are with leveraging the internet in combination with the senior seasoning is a perfect opportunity to reach out. So if you just look at the next couple of years, 5 years, Mr. Kasuda, our new owner, has been the president and CEO for about 7 years now, global of Nikken, has a very lofty plan of growing from 50 million to 500 million by 2030. That's a pretty big difference from the 2 million customers that we had in the first 35 years. And so you can see the huge opportunity that there is here and the huge need for a company that has products everybody needs, only 1.5% of the market know about, price for profit, self-care model. We're dealing with those that, well, you know what we're dealing with in the United States, and you just saw the statistics on the obesity and so forth. So we have a huge opportunity to share from our hearts and tell stories and create a new cadre of leaders. So we're asking you to discover it, live it, share it. If it's not for you, to think of somebody, make a list, referrals, word of mouth advertising, the best form of marketing, personal experience and referral to someone else, and consider any one of these options. Now, we have this Monday through Thursday night opportunity of a discovery process. So tomorrow night is brand night. It's the same station. We have a different speaker each week. We're covering nutritionals right now, and I happen to be the speaker tomorrow night. It's on cardiovascular nutrition, which happens to be my specialty. And then on Thursday night, for those that would like more information on the slides of the 6x6 levels and so forth, Mike DiMuccio and Dave Rolfe need to be notified by 5 o'clock, and you're welcome to come in. And they spend a whole hour or more interviewing what is your why and helping to explain. They pull those slides out more detailed and answer questions that you may have. And you can keep coming to that repeatedly. So I think we're back to you, Jeff. Well, I guess maybe I better end with this. So as you look back to that first question and reflect on which two pillars of wellness might you be most interested in learning more about, and talk to the person who invited you. Thank you. Jeff?
Madeline, thank you so much. And thank you, Sue, for sharing, and Michelle for sharing a testimony. We do have this each week to share and spread this message. It really is possible to have more in your life in whatever area matters most to you. And we want to make sure that people know and understand that. And Nikken is a fantastic community for people to come together and to create more. Madeline mentioned our Humans Being More trainings. We do have a online version of Humans Being More that's happening on May 10th, and you're welcome to join us for that. The cost is $19 US, 19 Canadian dollars. That is from 10 a.m. Pacific time, so that is 2 p.m. Eastern, starts at 10 a.m. Pacific, 11, 12, no, 1 p.m. Eastern. And it's a 3-hour training. It's a fantastic introduction to the philosophy of humans being more and the 5 pillars of wellness, as well as empowered living, which is a concept that allows people to make decisions where they can feel good every single day. We are having a Humans Being More in person. If you'd like to attend a live class, not this coming month of May, but in the month of June, on June 27th and June 28th in Raleigh, North Carolina, we'll be having a live Humans Being More if you would like to attend that class. And you can reach out to Kimball Sargent or to myself to find out more information about that class that will be taking place then. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Enjoy the rest of your week. Hopefully you're having nice warm weather wherever you are. And if you have more questions, reach out to the person who invited you to be here tonight, and you can invite your friends, your family to join us next week. Thanks everybody. Have a great evening. Good night.